So today we have taken a reading from the OET official site. Thank you, OET, for allowing me to use this particular text for teaching purpose. Welcome to Edu Skills, OET Made Easy. Our mission is to make you fall in love with OET. It's cool. So reading party, management of diabetic foot ulcer, sample 4. If you're watching this on YouTube, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like our work and share to your contacts so that we reach out to maximum number of OET aspirants, especially those who are financially struggling to crack OET. Our training programs are absolutely free. All the services at Edu Skills are free of cost. Okay, reading party, reading for strategy, skimming for general idea. Okay, diabetic foot ulcers is today's topic. General main heading is DFU, diabetic foot ulcers, DFUs. And second, the focus topic of each text today is first text speaks about types of DFUs. Second text speaks about dressing. Third text speaks about debridement. And fourth text speaks about types of dressing. Okay, first one is types of DFUs. Fourth one is types of dressing. This is what you have to understand before you start anything. We'll get into those things. You know, this is the sequence, focus of the text. Types means types of DFUs means classification, or it's also an assessment, result of assessment. Dressing comes under treatment. Debridement comes under management. Types of dressing, you know. So this is the sequence. And text A, classification or assessing a diabetic foot ulcer. Could you tell me what you have to look for? What is important here when you skim through?
Headings.
Heading, okay. Diabetic subheading. What are the subheadings?
Neuropathic,
Yes.
ischemic, neuroischemic.
Okay. These are the main things. Then if you have time, you can just glance through these things. Sensation, necrosis, wound bed, foot temperature, and pulses are the typical lotion. All these things, you can just have a glance. Now, this is the whole thing you can do it within 20 seconds. Okay, skimming can be done within 20 seconds. Rest of the things, as you read the question, you'll be able to connect. So first one is speaks about types, 3 types. And what are the aspects under each type? What are the aspects considered? Now, when they ask questions, one of these 3 types will be the answers, or these will be the clues. On the sides, you have the concepts given, sensation, necrosis, all those things. This will be the clues where you have to immediately swoop down into the answer. Text B, dressing. What do you think is important?
Subheading further.
Again, heading
and bullet points.
Infected.
Okay. Yeah. So when there are bullet points, you can just glance through the main thing. Avoid bandaging over toes, something like that. Use appropriate techniques. Avoid strong adhesive steps. Avoid what all things are to be avoided, what are to be ensured or remembered. Those things will be important. Okay. Then for infected or highly exuding DFUs, that should not be highlighted. Okay, that's by mistake. Inspect the wound and change. Just read the first. If there are no subheadings, just read the first sentences. Maybe here, you know, for infected or highly exuding DFUs, inspect the wound and change the dressing daily. So they are speaking about something, inspection and daily dressing and how to change the dress, all those things. Okay, I'm typing here DFU and dressing because you must always keep in view the main heading and the subheading. Then you have applying dressing to DFUs. Text C, debridement. You know what is debridement, right? Being medical health professionals, what is debridement?
Tissue removal.
Yeah, tissue removal. Yeah, tissue removal. So, yeah, so you know the first priority of management of foot ulcers is to prepare the surface and edges of your wound to facilitate healing. So preparing surface, edges, these are the important words here. Surface and edges. Sharp debridement should be carried out by experienced practitioners. Who has to carry out debridement? Yeah. So they are speaking who has to do it, whose responsibility it is. Those are the important things you have to look into. Okay. Then fourth one is types of dressing. You know, there are types. What are important? Advantages and disadvantages. Yeah, those will be the clues in the question. Immediately when they speak something about choice, you choose something based on advantage and disadvantage, right? Or when they speak some disadvantage or harmful things, that will come under this column. When they speak about merits or the best or good, it is better, all those things will come under advantages. And the types will appear here. Low adherence, all those things will be here. These are the types. That's what you have to look into. These advantages, disadvantages, and these concepts in the side types. That will definitely give you a clear clue into the answer. Okay. Now, as I said, this is very important. Focus. Okay, types of DFUs, dressing, application, debridement of DFUs, and types of dressing. Keep always this in mind, and in beginners, as you practice, write down on top of your paper, wherever it is. Each page, you write down these 4 headings. Okay, topic headings. That's very, very important. Now, let me know if you can identify any word connected to any of these headings. 1 to 6, you have to say text. Just write A, B, C, D, or which text this particular thing belongs to. Now, do you have any idea here? Any word connected to any of these A, B, C, D options?
B, father.
B, dressing.
B, father.
Dress. It must be
B.
B. So cool. Ensuring parents understand the consequence of tissue removal.
Tissue removal.
Yeah?
Debridement.
Debridement.
C.
is the answer.
C. Yes. Reasons for not choosing. Choosing.
Disadvantage.
Choosing or not.
Disadvantage.
Where is it?
D.
D.
Type of
D.
dressing.
Yes. D. Then the need to monitor.
B.
The monitor.
B, father.
B.
Assessing.
Yes,
Let's
father.
check.
B.
Let's check. We'll check. How common each kind of DFU is? Kind.
Kind.
Kind of
Kind.
DFU.
Yes,
Kind
type.
of DFU. A. Yes. Now, how good? How good? How good?
Advantages.
Advantage. Where is it?
D, father.
D.
D.
Type of
And
dressing.
you don't even require 6 seconds or 10 seconds to answer 6 questions. 60 marks in your pocket. Not even need to look into the text. If at all you have a clarification, you can go back. Maybe if you go at this speed, you will complete your exam within 7 minutes. Then you can go back, check, recheck, and recheck, and recheck, and recheck again. There'll be a lot of time spending. Focus on these things. Don't hurry up on your material. Okay? Understand what's the connection. This is the easiest way to understand. Definitely you have some clue there which is connected to the text. So immediately you can answer. We'll also check it out later. With every answer, we will confirm. Okay? So you have these answers. Okay? Cool. Let's go to... Okay. Now, come on, we'll just check whether it is A, B, C, D. We will not go into the details. This is a step you have to follow in the initial stages of your practice. So, what kind of DFU? Which it must be? Where it must be? We are going to work out with all the...
A, father.
We are just going to find out this is the exercise that will help you a lot so that immediately you can go to the text. Then, patient's diffuse is beneath the nail. What kind is it likely to be? Kind.
Kind. Type.
A.
Where,
Again, A.
okay, we'll check it later, confirm it later. Okay, here, what type of dressing?
D.
D. Then, if you need to fill a cavity, which dressing, type of dressing is best?
D, father.
Best is the thing. Best. Advantage, disadvantage.
Disadvantage and advantage. This is D, sir. D.
Yeah? Which one?
D, father.
Advantage.
D.
D. Yeah. Whenever there is which is best, which is good, which is better, all that goes to advantage. Okay? Or choice, choosing, all those words will tell you advantage. Which type of dressing may cause an inflammation of the skin? Cause inflammation. Disadvantage. Yeah, that's the beauty. Disadvantage. Yeah, that's the beauty. See, cause inflammation is always a disadvantage. Yeah. If cost is an issue, which dressing is best? Which is best?
D.
Best. D. Advantage.
D. Yes. Yeah. And which two types of DFU often show signs of necrosis? Two types of DFU.
A. Type of DFUs.
Yes. Which type of dressing provides moisture to a wound? Which type of dressing?
Type of dress.
Again, D.
See how cool it is. Then you say, oh, it is difficult and challenging. Immediately you can go to that text and I'll tell you how to find out the answer within no time. So 7th and we'll go to 15. This is 15. Check that dash will still go on after the dressing has been applied.
B. Like
We'll have to check. We'll have to check. Probably it is B.
B.
Probably B. Let's check. The dressing should follow the shape of the wound so that there is no
B. Dressing.
dressing.
Shape of the
Then
wound.
draw a line and ask the patient to get in touch if it worsens. Draw a line and
Debridement.
Yes.
Debridement. C.
debridement. Exactly. See, exactly, because you draw a line when you debride, right?
Yeah,
Tissue for the
then
tissue
after
removal.
that,
Yeah. These are the common sense as well. You might need to involve dash in the patient's care if you cannot detect a pulse in the foot. If there is a
C.
person, if a health professional, referral, where it should be?
Yes. Should be C. Should be done.
Debridement.
Yes. When you speak about pulse in the foot, it should be a debridement, right?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. To
Yes,
maintain
father.
good, we'll check it again. To maintain good flow, leave dash free of tight bandages. Some
B.
organ.
Father.
D.
Huh?
D.
B.
Yeah, because
B,
the
dressing.
name of an organ. Make sure the wound
Yes.
is level, otherwise the dash won't be able to grow across.
C.
C.
See, yeah, let's check out. Yes, you are right. We'll come back to that. Okay, come back to the answers. So we have done 20. We have located the text. Now let's just check where the answer is. We'll go from text to A. Now we will cross-check the answers, okay, and find out what are the answers. Now this is A. Question 5 is here. How common each kind of DFU is? They are asking which text it comes from. Okay, how common? This is 35%, the other one is 15%, the other one is 50%. So how common is it? Is that clear?
Yes,
Nothing
sir.
to do. You need not find out the answer there. It's only to match the paragraph. Next one, 7th one. What kind of DFU is it if a patient has lost all sensation? Sensory loss, sensation. When you have sensation here, you have to go to sensation, right? That's what I said. You should be just skimming through these concepts. Okay? Sensory loss, lost all sensation. Which type?
Neuropathic. sir.
Neuropathy, father.
Yeah, neuropathic. Yeah. I said you have to just,
Neuropathic.
when you skim, you have to concentrate only these 3 things and the concepts here. Then immediately you get it there. Okay. Next one. If patient's DFE is beneath the nail, what kind is it likely to be? See, under toenails, beneath the nail. Synonymous expression. Under, beneath. So what type is it?
Neuroischemic.
Yeah. Yes.
Neuroischemic.
Yes. Text B, those are the only 3 ones from that particular one. We will go to the text B. Okay. Question 1, how often to change a dressing? So, change the dressing daily. Only to match the heading. Change the dressing daily. Next, the need to monitor a wound. Again, it is match the text, that's all. Need to monitor the wound. They are saying here, inspect the wound and change the dressing daily, and then every 2 or 3 days, once the infection is stable, all those are different type of dressing. All those things. You need not find out an answer because it's only this concept matching this paragraph or this text. 15th question, check that there was a gap. Check that dash will still go on after the dressing has been applied. Remember that footwear needs to accommodate any dressing. This is paraphrasing. Footwear need to accommodate any dressing. Check that footwear will still go on after the dressing has been applied. You apply some dressing, after that the person will have to carry the shoe on his shoulders. Okay? You can't wear the sandals. Okay. Beware of that. Yeah. Then next question, 16th one, the dressing should follow the shape of the wound so that there is no dash. Ensure wound dead space is eliminated. Okay. Your example, use a dressing that conforms to the contours of the wound bed. Means as per the shape of the wound bed. Synonymous expression. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It's
Father.
Yeah, we are only confirming. You knew answer is here. 7th one, draw a line around dash and ask the patient to get in touch if it worsens. It is a good idea to mark the extent of any cellulitis with an indelible marker and tell the patient, means ask the patient to contact the food care team immediately if the redness moves substantially beyond the line. Draw a line around any cellulitis and ask the patient to get in touch if it worsens. You need to write down this question statement and this portion of this text in your notebook. That's how you need to practice your paraphrasing. And again, question 19, to maintain good blood flow, leave toes free of tight bandages. In the evening itself, I said you will have to skim through, avoid, use appropriate, avoid, ensure. So, to maintain good blood flow, leave toes free of tight bandages, means avoid. No, it's not ensure, to avoid. So there are many avoids. One of them will be the answer. So as you go to the first one, avoid bandaging our toes. Leave dash free of tight bandages. Toes is the answer. And text C. Let's check. Yeah, second one, ensuring patients understand the consequence of tissue removal. Debridement means tissue removal. As you match the heading, it was correct answer. Then 18, you might need to involve a vascular surgeon in the patient's care if you cannot detect a pulse in the foot. You said it is in the debridement and it is clearly says refer to a vascular surgeon is suggested in such situation. Okay. So I said there should be a name of designation of a or name of a health professional. Then 20th, make sure the wound is level, otherwise the epithelium won't be able to grow across. Okay. Otherwise, the dash won't be able to grow across. Where do you have? Epithelium fails to migrate across. Fails to migrate across. Won't be able to grow across. The paraphrasing. T, types of dressing. Let's check. First one, reasons for not choosing certain products. You said disadvantage. We don't choose because there is some disadvantage. Match the text. 6th one, how good a dressing is at shocking up fluid. Immediately, it is how good. Okay, advantage. That's only to match the text. What type of dressing should you avoid if a patient's wound is infected? Okay, type of dressing. Concerns about use for infected wounds is the disadvantage. So this should be avoided. Disadvantage means should be avoided. And if you need to fill a cavity, which dressing is best? Best is advantage or disadvantage?
Advantage, Father.
Yeah,
Advantage.
yeah. So you need not go anywhere else. You have to go only to advantage column. Okay. So in the advantage you find which dressing is, if you need to fill a cavity, useful for packing deep wounds. Cavity synonymous expression is wounds. So this alginates is the answer. Even if you write nate or nates, singular or plural, both will be right. Next, 11. Which type of dressing may cause an inflammation of the skin? Which type of dressing may cause an inflammation? Advantage or disadvantage? Causing inflammation. Disadvantage. So you need to go only here. Only here and find occasional dermatitis. Does it mean inflammation?
Yes.
Does it mean
Yes, Father.
Dermatitis.
Inflammation of the skin, dermatitis.
Yeah, that you should know. Yeah, right. I need not know. You should know. So may cause an inflammation of the skin. So you need to, when it says disadvantage, cause something wrong, you go to only disadvantage column. Don't waste your time on advantage column. Then immediately you find dermatitis here, inflammation. Then you go which type forms. Correct? How beautiful.
Yes.
Yes. Now next one. If cost is an issue, which dressing is best? Advantage or disadvantage?
As
Best is
advantages.
advantage.
Best is advantage. So if cost is an issue, see, simple advantage is inexpensive.
Inexpensive.
Inexpensive. So immediately which type? Type is given here. Low adherence. So how cool it is, you see. How nice, how cool. Such sweet OET, right? Now come on. Which type of dressing provides moisture to a wound? Which type of dress provides moisture to a wound is advantage or disadvantage?
Advantage.
Advantage. So you need to look only into advantage column
Advantages.
and find out. Donate liquid. Liquid means moisture, right?
Moisture.
So
Yes,
you have
sir.
which type. Immediately on the left side, you have the type. Just write that. Okay. Yes. See, from text A, you have 4 questions. Text B, you have 6 questions. Text C, you have 4 questions. Text D, you have maximum 7 questions. And that too about advantage, not choosing. Good dressing. Okay. Type of dressing. In fact, then which dressing is best? Causing inflammation. Which dressing is best? Type of dressing. Cool. So moisture of to a wound provides moisture. Advantage, disadvantage. So easy. So nice. Have any doubt regarding the answers? These are the answers if you want to take a screenshot or verify. All these answers were correct. Special that we have checked it. See, 15 footwear, dead space, cellulitis, vascular surgeon, toes, epithelium. Reading part B. So reading part B, sample 4, question 1. We are not getting into introductions or basics of reading part B or reading subtest. All the videos concerning these all aspects have been uploaded in EduSkills OET YouTube channel. Definitely you can visit. And reading part B, sample 4, question 1. So here, looking at the whole thing, you can understand this is an extract from a manual on surgery about disclosure. Okay, that's very important. Since it's reading, first thing you have to look into is what is it? If it is a manual, usually there is a manual. When you purchase a phone, there is a manual, right? Manual means what? For example, this is a manual, how to use your hot bag, right? It says do not use boiling water immediately when filling the bottle, but you have to use the hot water. That's our explanation for scale. Do not use boiling water. You must not, you should not. Means manual will tell you what to do and what not to do. Do you get me? So if it is said it is a manual, the other one says screw the stopper sufficiently tight, all those things, fill the maximum of 2/3 of the capacity. All those things are being said there. Now, ultimately, what I want to tell you, when it says this is a manual, this will be speaking certain things, what you should do, what you should not do. All the manuals will tell you what ought to be done and what should not be done. So they see the question now. When disclosing distressing information to patients, staff must avoid. Staff must. What is it?
Modal verbs.
Modal verb. Yes. So yeah, must. Must means it is mandatory. Must means mandatory. And avoid. Avoid means you should not do. So as we said, manual includes something should be done, something should not be done, must not be done. So here what you have to look for, something that you must not do, ought not do. When disclosing distressing information to patients, staff must avoid. First option, the temptation to use simplistic language, directing their attention at family members, any approach which leads to misunderstandings. Now, from our general knowledge, what do you feel about these options? When you are disclosing distressing information, you are disclosing a sad news. Maybe someone has got cancer or some condition which is very shocking. Now, the first option says, don't use simple language. Use all medical jargons. Don't say simple cancer, some other juridical name you say. What is the other name for cancer?
Carcinoma.
Carcinoma. Even if you have even a stronger word, a big jargon, use that. Don't use simple language when you speak to the patient. How do you feel about the first option?
No, we should use simple language, layman's language.
Yeah. Very fact, without saying anything, it says, like, it's meaningless to say you should use all the jargons so that they don't understand anything. The patient doesn't understand anything. That is the option, first option, right? So you agree with that? Avoid the temptation to use simplistic language or simple language. You should use simple language. That is a common knowledge, general knowledge. Second one, directing their attention at family. If they are looking at you, ask them to just look at your dad, mom, don't look here. Yeah. What do you say?
We cannot say
Cannot say
Yeah.
that.
no.
C is the answer.
Is it this option? I don't know. I am just
No.
from general knowledge. We
No,
should not use our knowledge.
No.
We should not
No.
use our
No,
knowledge, but
Father.
we are just predicting, foreseeing.
No, father.
No, Father.
Cannot
Yeah.
tell.
Second is, so we have eliminated two. Only one is left. I don't say that is correct. Okay. But from our general knowledge, you have to use simple language so that understand. And secondly, you should not direct your attention to somebody else. You should concentrate on them, look at their eyes, and be empathetic and speak to them. Okay. So let's now listen to this one. Okay, and try whether our prediction is correct, just for seeing.
The delivery of bad news is very difficult. Arrange to talk to the patient in the company of family, preferably away from other patients. In some cultures, it is not common to give difficult news directly to the patient. We must be aware that the norms and customs of our patients may not match our own. Often, we try to soften the delivery of bad news by saying too much and confusing the matter, or by saying too little and leaving people with unanswered questions. Don't say neoplasm if what you mean, and what will be understood, is cancer. Be clear, allow people to understand and feel some of the impact of the news, and then allow them to ask questions. It is often necessary to repeat the information to other family members, or to the same people the next day.
So this is a manual. We said there are certain things they say you should do. There are certain things you must avoid or you should not do. So could you find some synonymous expressions of must,
Yes.
mandatory words?
Yes, must.
Yes, must.
We must be aware.
We must be
must
aware
be-
that the norms.
Yeah, we must be aware. Okay,
Aware.
must be aware.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Often.
Any or mandatory words?
Often
Don't
say.
say.
Don't
Does it
say.
mean
Don't
don't
say.
speak, don't say? Is it a mandatory expression?
Yes, father.
Shut up, don't speak, don't say, don't do. It's must. Synonymous of. Now, maybe this fourth sample is the most challenging. Everybody's opinion is most challenging. Definitely it is challenging, and I don't feel that you will get such type of material in your examination. Still, there is a chance since they have given this type. This is because this is not direct. There is synonymous and paraphrasing happening in the passages. Now, any other mandatory?
Often necessary.
It is often
necessary.
Yeah. Again, here one. Be clear, mandatory, necessary. Where is necessary? Often necessary to repeat. Necessary to repeat. Mandatory. Beautifully, they say what should be done, what should be avoided. Now, must is used here. This one, must. Do you have answer somewhere there?
Yes, Father. Must be
Yes,
aware.
Father. We must be aware that the norms and
The
customs
norms
of
and
our
the
patient may
patients
not
match your own.
our own. Often we try.
Yeah.
Not
Actually,
so
this
in,
whole
Match
often this whole next whole sentence, all these things, this is a paraphrasing. Third option is the paraphrasing of this one.
Yes.
Is that clear?
Now it is clear.
Yes,
Actually, you did not. There was no
Yes,
need
Father.
to go to the audio text at all. Our answer was right because first two options were meaningless, ridiculous. In general sense, you can understand. Nobody will say when you speak to your patient, you should not use simple language. You should use all the medical jargons. Nobody will say that. And when you speak to your patient, you have to tell them, look, nurse will say, don't look at me. Look at your parent, look at your dad. Look at your mom. Don't look at me. Will you say that? Basically, it's against the etiquettes of life or common sense. So ultimately, so understand this is a manual. First thing is that read the headings, understand the heading, understand what it is, what nature of document it is, whether it's an email, whether it's a memo, whether it's a manual. So you know what is the nature of something. Manual means it says, it guides you, guidelines, should and should not. When you advise patient, you do that, right? You tell them you should do this, you should not do this, all those things. Now let's see how it goes. I'm just explaining past in detail. Later on, we'll not give you all the details. This is how you have to analyze, just to show you how to analyze. Let's just check the same question and answer. I have to thank Limna Sebastian for helping me with these PPTs. Okay, thank you so much, Limna. And you see paragraph structure. I said you have to understand the paragraph structure, right? What is the paragraph structure? The delivery of bad news is difficult. That is a topic sentence. Now, when you say it is difficult, they are going to explain how you can make easy. Since it is difficult, what should you do? Okay, what are the solutions? The topic sentence is the delivery of bad news is very difficult. Now, what are the solutions? So the topic is delivery of bad news. Difficult is the controlling idea. Okay, how to do it? The approach will be explained. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. The approaches will be explained. Approaches: approach 1, approach 2, approach 3, approach 4, approach 5. 1, arrange to talk to the patient in the company of family. You should arrange to talk to the patient not alone, in the company of family. Approach 2, beware that the norms and customs of our patients. Okay. Approach 3, don't say too much and lead them to confusion, or say too little and leave unanswered questions. And approach 4, don't use medical jargons, neoplasm instead of cancer, which means use simple language. Be clear, allow clarifications. See, all these are mandatory words: arrange, beware, don't say, don't use, be clear. This is the structure of the paragraph. I haven't changed anything. I only made it short, okay, to fit into the screen. Now you see, this is a question statement delivered. So you have these approaches. So this idea, when you read the question, you should have this idea. Must avoid. What is to avoid? Okay, here you have certain things to be avoided. There are two things: don't say, don't use. One of those must be the answer, because other things are you should do. Here the question says staff must avoid. So manual speaks what should be done and what should not be done. So here three things are should be done. Be arranged. You should arrange. You should be aware. You should be clear. Other two things are don't say, don't use, which means one of them must be the answer, or two of them together. The summary of the two can be the answer. Now you see synonyms, how they use. Disclosure, in question says disclosure of news. Here it says delivery. Answer option, it is delivery. And distressing, bad. In the question you have distressing news. In the answer option you have bad information. In the question you have information. Here, sorry, this is in the text. Okay, news. Information means news. Synonymous language, in the place of must, synonymous language used: arrange, beware, don't say, don't use, be clear. These are the synonymous expressions, not synonyms. Synonymous expressions giving the same taste, color, and smell, and what you call the power of that word must. Then paraphrasing: when disclosing distressing information to patients, staff must avoid. That is a question statement. And topic sentence says the delivery of bad news is very difficult. See here, disclosing, delivery, distressing, bad, information, news. All these are synonymous expressions. So this is known as paraphrasing. Same sentence presented in some other words. So this is the beauty of the paragraph, every text, how beautifully that can be understood. And if there are beginners, you need to go in that sense. Is that clear for you? Is there any doubts? Questions will not be taking you all these details. Okay, we'll be just going through the question and answers. Otherwise, it will take too long. Let's just listen. Okay, it's also a listening practice. We are going to reading part B, sample 4, question number 2.
2. The purpose of the guidelines for general practitioners is: A. To remind them to write asthma action plans. B. To raise their awareness of the value of asthma action plans. C. To direct their discussions with patients about asthma action plans.
Now this is about
Purpose.
Action plan.
purpose. Yes, purpose of the guidelines. Here it is guidelines for general practitioners is. The guideline is for the general practitioners. The policy guideline. This is what I said earlier. It was manual. Here it is policy guideline. This is what you have to identify. Then as you go on, you will understand what these different documents mean. So to remind them to write asthma action plans, to raise their awareness of the value of asthma action plans, to direct their discussions with patients about asthma action plans. So just let's listen to this.
An integral part of asthma management is the development of a written asthma action plan by the person with asthma and/or their carer together with their doctor. An asthma action plan helps the person with asthma and/or their carer recognize worsening asthma and gives clear instructions on what to do in response. The process of developing a written asthma action plan is important, as this should be a discussion of the person's individual asthma and its management. The written plan is a reminder of that discussion. Written asthma action plans are one of the most effective asthma interventions available, and have been shown to reduce hospital admission and emergency visits to general practice.
Any idea? What is the purpose? To remind them to write asthma action plans, to raise their awareness of the value of asthma action plans, to direct their discussions with patients about asthma action plans.
To raise their awareness.
Maybe.
C option.
C.
C.
Option.
Which are the option you have to give me justification? Tell me why it is.
Second
Process.
asthma action. Last line.
Action plan is important. Second paragraph.
Now,
Process of
okay,
developing
second
an asthma
paragraph,
action
yes.
plan is important.
Important. Okay.
Should
B
be a
may be the
discussion
answer
of
further.
Important. Yeah. Somebody has some
B.
idea there. Yes. Important means speaks about value, right? Important means value, right?
Yes.
Value is here. Okay, maybe. I'm not supporting that person.
Last
You can.
paragraph also says some values. Most effective asthma intervention available have been shown to reduce hospital admission and emergency visit. These are the values.
Yes, Father.
Yeah.
There is a scale also. Is there.
There is a scale, right? So most is there, so the scale is there. Otherwise, you don't have a scale anywhere in this paragraph, right?
Yes.
Yeah. If there is a scale, again it says, as you said, have been.
Being shown to
Yes. Yeah, this is a paragraph with two triangles. If you remember, on top and down, two other triangles. The topic sentence says that is being explained again in the last sentence. The process of developing a written asthma action plan is important, and most effective asthma intervention available and have been shown to reduce hospital admission and emergency visits through general practice. What is the motto, or what is the purpose of your creating awareness among the patients or among the people? For example, about corona, about cancer, about AIDS. Why do you create awareness programs, or why do you conduct awareness programs? So that you reduce hospital admission and emergency visits to general practice. To prevent, so they don't get, it's prevention. Awareness is prevention.
Yes.
So as clear as that, if you do it cool, it is very cool, and you can understand what is the answer. B is the
B is the
answer.
answer.
And value is there, and to raise their awareness. Yeah. Okay. If you know the general idea, interventions, what are the interventions? Awareness is one of the aspects of interventions. Okay. Hospital, medical interventions. Hope it is clear, right? So this is so clear. So we go to the next one. Reading part B, sample for question number 3. Listen, okay.
3. The guidelines on chemical waste disposal stress the need for staff to take appropriate safety precautions when handling chemicals, ensure that any chemicals in the hospital are properly documented, consult service providers before disposing of all hazardous chemicals.
It is guidelines, right?
Yes, guidelines.
Guidelines.
Yes, Father.
And about what? About chemical waste disposal.
Chemical waste disposal.
Chemical waste disposal. And what is to be done? Stress the need.
The need.
Yes. For staff to take appropriate safety precautions when handling chemicals. For staff to ensure that any chemicals in the hospital are properly documented. For staff to consult service providers before disposing of all hazardous chemicals. Now, listen to the topic sentence, as well as try to find out if there are. Now, tell me, what are the main words here, keywords in the answer options?
Safety precautions.
Yeah, one is precautions.
Documented.
Yeah, other one is documented, documentation. Other one is consultation. Consultation. So see whether you find any synonyms of these, one of these words, synonyms or synonymous expressions in the topic sentence as well as in the text. Okay, as you listen and read. Okay, this is a listening practice and reading practice together. You keep reading along with the listening.
Also for that.
One sec. Yeah. Okay. We'll come back.
Unlabeled chemicals are increasingly difficult and very costly to dispose of and may require special analysis in order to identify them. Furthermore, the hospital's chemical waste contractor will now not remove any unknown chemicals due to their risk level. Every effort should therefore be made to ensure that all chemicals in use, in storage, or being prepared for disposal are fully labeled and described. If unidentified waste is discovered, you should immediately notify the hospital's designated waste contractor via the help desk and complete an incident form. All empty containers which have previously contained chemicals for licensed disposal must be considered as hazardous waste until cleaned.
Okay, now precautions, documentation, and consultation. Do you have any of these in the topic sentence?
Yes, Father.
In the topic sentence, unlabeled. Unlabeled means not documented. Not documented. You have the synonyms or synonymous of the same anywhere else? No. Documentation, labeling, or unknown. Exactly. Unknown chemicals. That means not documented chemicals. Means they have not labeled it. Unknown chemicals. Unidentified.
Fully labeled.
Fully.
Labeled.
Where is it?
Before that, Father.
Before the
Unidentified before that.
The sentence before
Okay. Fully labeled. See, labeled. Now, as per our keyword strategy, what should be the answer?
Option B is
B.
the answer, Father.
B must be the answer, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's the easiest way. Recently, you had some discussion. You remember about what is that? About
Identifying the key issues.
where you are writing task. What is the
Identifying
Key
issues.
key issue? What was that key issue? You remember?
Gambling.
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 Yeah,
addiction.
but yeah, and the diagnosis was something different.
Suicide attempt.
Suicide attempt was the diagnosis. So in the writing, please don't be misguided. I have been repeating so many times. See, just look for the keywords. As I taught you earlier about knee surgery, mobility, and some other thing, multiple issues. Here, the main issue will be repeated many times. Now you see, many have taken it as suicidal attempt as the topic or the issue. No, that is not an issue because that is mentioned only once, whereas gambling is mentioned 5 or 6 times. Other things, somebody was telling me there was some absolute. Which one did you mean?
Third one, Father.
Third one.
Free, all.
All hazard.
Yes. So no, I did not take your attention to that. I just wanted to take your attention to the key sentence. So once you have the, now you know, if you have an absolute, finished. That is over. Eliminated. Okay. You can use all these strategies, but here I wanted to focus on different strategies. So you see unlabeled chemicals. Immediately, if you know that, if you have the competency, as soon as you read the topic sentence, you know this paragraph is going to speak about labeling and unlabeling, documenting, because nothing else. That is the key word of the topic sentence. Only that will be explained. So as we have learned this topic sentence, you know, it is also a topic sentence based question. There are many strategies. You can use 5 to 6 strategies on one simple paragraph, one text, but whichever is easy for you, look for that. Now, you know, as soon as you read unlabeled, you know, it's documented. Speak about documentation. So that is number 3. Now we are going to reading part B, sample 4, question 4. I'm going a little fast because there are so many questions. We'll come back to that Q&A if you need further explanation.
4. This memo is reminding pharmacists about A. The rationale for documenting incidents and errors. B. The procedure for investigating incidents and errors. C. The method for submitting incident and error reports.
Okay, what type of document is it?
Memo.
Memo. A reminder to pharmacists. Okay, here the rationale for documenting again, or reason for documenting. Okay, the main word will be and reason.
Procedure for
Reason.
rational.
Then procedure. 3 things. Method. So you see, common things you have to understand. Now, one is speaking about reasons are given. Second one is speaking about a procedure, means step by step you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And method means what are the methods used. So just listen and find out whether it is speaking about reason or procedure. Are they explaining procedure or are they explaining? Read and listen. When you listen, read out.
Dispensing errors, other significant errors, omissions, incidents, or other non-compliances, including complaints of a non-commercial nature arising both within and external to the pharmacy, may be the subject of investigation. Pharmacists should therefore follow a risk management procedure, including appropriate record keeping. The record is to show when the incident was recorded, when it occurred, who was involved, both actual and alleged, the nature of the incident or complaint, what actions were taken, and any conclusions. If contact was made with third parties, such as government departments, prescribers, lawyers, or professional indemnity insurance companies, details of the conversation should be recorded. Regardless of how serious the incident may appear, comprehensive detailed records need to be kept. The record should be kept for 3 years because of the delayed nature of some forms of litigation.
Any idea?
Answer A.
Option A, Father.
Option A, rational for documentation.
Documentation is
For recording.
Why?
Because the paragraph about then how we can find if someone will happen in future, then from the previous documentation we can see who were involved in this paragraph, then how we handle this problem.
Any other explanation?
And also
Here for your
telling the reasons.
understanding, for your understanding, you can eliminate all these things. If at all you find it difficult to understand long topic sentence, you can read it short. Dispensing errors, pharmacists should therefore follow a risk management procedure, including Appropriate record keeping.
Appropriate record keeping.
Why? Why? The question is why? Why you should follow? Because the record is to show when the incident was recorded,
Incident was
when it
recorded,
occurred.
when it occurred,
Yeah.
who was involved.
All these are reasons given, right?
Yes.
Answer to why.
Yes.
And again, as Soumi said, all these things, regardless of how serious the incident may appear, comprehensive detailed records need to be kept. The record should be kept for 3 years because of the delayed nature of some forms of litigation. Even it can be used for in case of litigations. So ultimately, memo is reminding pharmacists about procedure means how you should keep all these records. Maybe you have to keep in the cupboard, or you have to pack it, you have to label it. All these procedures will be step-by-step procedure will be explained. Method means on what method. First, you should keep your indent, and then you have to keep the report, medical report. Third, you have to keep your diagnosis. Fourth, you have to keep the referral letters or whatever. That's the method. Here, it's the reasons given. All are reasons. Documenting. Here you see rationale as well as if you want the keyword. I did not take here keyword strategy. If you want to take this keyword as the strategy, you can use even that. Documenting. What are the synonyms or synonymous expressions?
Recording.
Record keeping.
Appropriate.
See here, record keeping.
The record.
Yes, the record.
Incident.
Recorded.
Incident.
Recorded.
Detailed records.
Detailed records.
There should be recorded.
See, this one was highlighted in the previous this one. That's why I did not take here. Okay. Again here record. So how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. The keyword is keyword in the documenting, investigating, submission. You can take this also if you want. You can take investigating and submission, investigation. But then this is easier for you. That's why I showed that. Now, otherwise, you highlight these things: documenting, investigating, submitting. The action taken. There you have only documenting being repeated so many times. Investigation and submission is not repeated. That's what the strategy I focused in the previous question, third question. So it doesn't mean only one strategy. There are several strategies that you can apply. If you have any doubt, when you come back and revisit, you can look for these keywords as well. Okay, now reading part B, sample for question 5. Hope you are moving with me, right?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
If you are tired, we can stop, no problem.
No, Father. No.
You have energy to go. Okay, come on now. You have to read. As you listen, you have to read the script as well as either from the screen or if you have the copy.
5. What point is being made in this guideline about patients with multi-trauma? A. Staff should make it a priority to rule out spinal injuries. B. Spinal injuries are missed in a small but growing number of cases. C. There is evidence that immobilizing a patient with spinal injuries is helpful.
What is the type of document? Text?
Guideline.
Guideline about patients with multi-trauma. Okay, what is the guideline? Staff should make it a priority to rule out spinal injuries. Spinal injuries are missed in a small but growing number of cases. There is evidence that immobilizing a patient with spinal injuries is helpful. Evaluation of potential spinal injuries. What is that evaluation? Do you have any options with this idea in the answer options?
Yes. Option A for the rule out.
Yeah, rule out. Evaluation. Diagnosis is to rule out. Simply, you can, if you know that from the heading, you can get it. I don't say that is the answer. Let's check. Okay. Diagnosis is, evaluation is to rule out something, right?
Yes.
So that could be, yeah. Let's check whether that is the answer. Listen now. Read and listen.
Amongst adult patients suffering high-energy multi-trauma, approximately 5% will suffer a significant, that is mechanically unstable, vertebral column injury, C, and significantly less than 1% suffer a spinal cord injury, C. The main risk from undiagnosed unstable C is that further neurological compromise will occur. Balanced against this rare but potentially catastrophic risk is the fact that the majority of RAUMA patients do not have C, and prolonged application of spinal precautions. And immobilization is associated with multiple complications including pressure sores, raised intracranial pressure or ventilator-associated pneumonia. Furthermore, the efficacy of these interventions in reducing secondary neurological compromise is controversial. Therefore, patients in ICU should undergo spinal evaluation by CT imaging and interpretation by a consultant radiologist within 24 hours of injury. If imaging is undertaken out of hours, it is acceptable to continue spinal precautions overnight and review imaging early the next day.
This is conclusion-based question.
Last is
Therefore,
Father,
Is there something evaluation here?
spinal evaluation by CT.
Evaluation, yes. Do you have any other options? Here one scale is used, whether you can understand the scale. In second of spinal injuries are missed in a small but growing number of cases. Here it says suffer as significant vertebral column
Less than.
injury and significantly less than 1% suffer as spinal cord injury. It says less than 1%. Here it says growing number. A scale is being used, so it is not the same, right? Less than 1% is not growing number. That's how they tried, whether you know the, if you don't know the scale expressions, you will select B as the answer. Now this cannot be the answer because scale is different, used in the text as well as here. Third one, there is evidence that immobilizing a patient with spinal injuries is helpful.
last line.
fifth line.
Yeah,
Mm.
prolonged application of spinal precautions and immobilization is associated with multiple complications, including pressure sores, raised intracranial pressure, or ventilator associated with pneumonia. So they are saying, is it helpful?
No,
No, sir.
Just
No, no.
opposite. They are saying just opposite, right? It's not helpful, but it will result in multiple complications. Multiple complications. So just opposite. In that way also you can eliminate if you want to, but that takes long time. But if you can just understand the evaluation of potential spinal injuries, staff should make a priority to rule out spinal injuries. Exactly the same. The heading and the other one is same. Your prediction was right. Evaluation. Then at the end you have therefore patients with all these details giving the same thing. Therefore what you should do, what the patient should undergo. The conclusion says ruling out spinal injury is important. That is the conclusion after therefore. Hope that is clear.
Yes, Father.
Yes. Reading part B, sample for question 6.
What does this update tell medical professionals about bovine insulin? A. It is being withdrawn due to the risks associated with its long-term use. B. Users may experience difficulties when switching to alternatives. C. Any side effects are more difficult to identify in older patients.
What is this? What type of document?
Memo.
It's a memo. Yeah, it's a memo. Yeah, the memo is giving the update, right? Update means new information. Memo is giving the update. To whom? Medical professionals about bovine insulin. Now here all staff, red line says withdrawal of bovine insulin. Heading is important. Withdrawal of bovine insulin. Now listen to the text.
Bovine insulin preparations will shortly be withdrawn due to limited availability of the active ingredient. As people with insulin-treated diabetes who currently use bovine insulin preparations will continue to require insulin treatment, they will need to be changed to alternative, acceptable preparations. People using bovine insulins are likely to be older patients with long-standing diabetes. They may therefore have absolute insulin deficiency. These individuals will be at risk of impaired awareness of hypoglycemia, predisposing them to severe hypoglycemia. Use of bovine insulin has been associated with the presence of insulin autoantibodies, which may impair the action of insulin. Porcine, human or analog insulins are likely to lower the glucose more than the same dose of bovine insulins, and insulin dose titration may be difficult and unpredictable. People with bovine insulin-treated diabetes are therefore a high-risk group.
Any idea?
The answer.
I think Father B is the answer.
B is the answer.
B option.
Okay.
Serious difficulty.
This is a gist-based question, It speaks like first paragraph speaks about what you call it is being withdrawn due to the risks associated with its long-term use. But here it says bovine preparations will shortly be withdrawn due to limited availability of the active
Availability
ingredient.
of active ingredient.
So that cannot be. The topic sentence in the first paragraph says that cannot be the answer. Yeah, not because of long-term use, but because the ingredient is not available. Then users may experience any side effects are more difficult to identify in older patients. When they are speaking about older patients, they are not speaking about side effects. They are speaking about long-term, long-standing diabetes. If you want to eliminate, that way it can be eliminated. Even otherwise, repeatedly they are saying these users may experience difficulties when switching to alternatives. that is understood from the topic sentence, it's going to be withdrawn from the market. What is that? Bovine insulin preparations. Bovine insulin will be withdrawn. Then they are giving the reasons. Now the reason says the users may experience difficulties when switching to alternatives. The problem is you may not find in this type of questions, gist-based questions, you will not find in one particular sentence the answer. The whole thing speaks about the difficulties. For example, say people with insulin-treated diabetes who currently use bovine insulin preparations will continue to require insulin treatment. They will need to be changed to alternative acceptable preparations. They are giving the reason. People with insulin who currently use bovine insulin preparations will continue to, if you want, you can eliminate certain things and ignore certain things and read. For insulin preparations will need to be changed. Will need to be changed to alternative acceptable preparations. Means you have to switch to alternatives. Switch to alternatives. Switch to alternatives. So the same thing is explained again. People using bovine, all these older people, they may therefore have absolute insulin deficiency. These individuals will be at risk impaired awareness of hypoglycemia. Use of bovine insulin has been associated with the presence of insulin autoantibodies, which may impair the action of insulin. Now they are saying use of this will have difficulty. Now when you change, because of these change in the nature of the insulins, that will cause difficulties for the people who switch from bovine insulin. So ultimately everything, again this way, analog, all those things, dose of bovine insulins and insulins dose titration may be difficult and unpredictable. All these things in general says they are going to face these difficulties when they switch from this particular insulin. Okay, so this is a gist-based question, but you can find out easily with the topic sentence, or you can eliminate, because in the very beginning they are speaking that why it is withdrawn. So those options can be eliminated as well. Is that okay?
Yes, Father.
So OET reading sample text 1, conjunctive group therapy. A case study of an adult type 1 diabetes mellitus patient. Question 7. Okay, this is question 7. In the first paragraph, what aspect of DM is highlighted? Now you have to type in the chat box what are the hedging words in the question stem. First line is known as the question stem. This part. This is known as question stem. Then 4 answer options. What is the hedging word keyword in the question stem?
Aspect of
diabetes. Yeah. What aspect? First A option, the demanding treatment regimen entails. Treatment is the hedging word or the keyword. Second option, B, the extent of the problems. Yes. Problems. Yes. It causes to society. Third one, the degree of disruption it brings to patients' lives. Yes, disruption. And fourth one, the severity of medical complications. Yeah. These are the hedging words. Did you get any idea? What do you say? Which option?
C.
Type in. C.
C, Father.
C. Okay. Why is C?
The onset of diabetes generates various biological and psychological changes, may leads to patients to force complicated changes. So there are changes in their lives, Father.
Yeah, patients' lives. Patients are the thing, and it doesn't speak anything about, they only say public health problem, but it doesn't cause in general sense, from our common sense, medical knowledge, we know, me having DM1 will not cause anything to the society, right? It's not going to be a big issue for the society. Society is not bothered. But I solve problems for me. So they don't speak about treatments, but they speak about challenge, all these difficulties, disruption in the sense, problems it brings to patients' lives. Okay? Problems it brings to patients' lives. Yeah. So it's that easy. And, you know, see, diabetes mellitus is the concept here. And the complications are responsible for high morbidity and in many cases premature murder. Type 1 diabetes. You see, this is common. Diabetes mellitus means it includes both type 1 and type 2. The introduction first gives a general statement. Then it comes to type 1. We are bothered about type 1. DM1 here, right? DM1. So our answer will happen only after this name. Type 1 is the name. DM1 is the name of a condition. So what are the disruptions mentioned here? Type 1 diabetes. This is how. First one is general. Normally it happens. As I've told you, they might speak about general studies, then a particular study, particular name. So disruptions here after type 1, disruptions are given. What are the disruptions? Insulin injection is a disruption, right? Difficulty for the person. Biological and psychological changes. That's a disruption. Disruption means the challenge or difficulty or inconvenience that is caused and may force patient to face complicated challenges. Complicated challenges is disruption. Such maintaining optimal health is a disruption. Not like you, those who have diabetes will have to get up early in the morning, 4 o'clock, and go for a walk, and do some exercise, but you can sleep cool. Those who have no diabetes. So these are the disruptions. And managing their condition. Managing condition takes a lot of effort. So that's also a disruption. And dealing with possible comorbidities. Comorbidities, you know what are they? And you know, maybe they have retinal problems or they will have other complications with the heart or neuropathy, all those things, you know. Okay, unpredictable symptoms. Unpredictable symptoms, they may feel tired, exhausted, they may go unconscious, all these things. As a chronic condition, demands radical changes in lifestyle. Radical changes in lifestyle. All these are disruptions or difficulties or challenges in order for the patient to achieve effective adjustment. So everywhere, they never mention society. They are mentioning about patient, right?
Patients.
Patient, yeah, patient and patients, nothing else. And normally it will not be. So they are not speaking about any treatment. Do they? No.
No.
And the extent of problem is causes to the society, you see, not to the person, but about to the society. They don't speak any problem causing to the society, and you know, it's not a big issue for the society. The severity of medical complication can lead to, did they speak what severe, how severe, all those things about the medical complications?
No for that.
No. Yes. So cool, so simple, so nice. Actually, the whole paragraph, except this first part, is a general statement I told you. Until you reach that particular name, which is given in the question stem, that is DM1, which is said type 1 diabetes. In bracket, they have given DM1. Until then, you do not worry. After that, all the things are given is disruption. Everything is a disruption in patient's life. Hope that is clear. Okay. So it looks like this. See, all disruptions. Early onset insulin injection, biological, psychological changes, maintaining optical, physical, managing condition, comorbidities, unpredictable symptoms, radical changes in lifestyle. This is how you have to understand it. You have to keep your visual like this. See, early onset, type 1 diabetes, what happens? All the challenges are given step one by one. Though it looks like a paragraph, it gives type 1 diabetes, early onset, then 2 insulin injection, 3 biological and psychological changes for maintaining optimal physical health, 5 managing their condition, 6 comorbidities, 7 unpredictable symptoms, 8 radical changes in lifestyle. All these are the disruptions in patient's life. This is what we called the paragraph structure. This is how we have to write down and learn in the initial stages. Text 8, okay, question number 8, okay. Now come on, the question says the writer sees one benefit of a biopsychosocial approach.
Benefit.
What is the heading word? Benefit.
Benefit.
Yeah, benefit, yes.
Benefit.
Yes. And also writer sees is there means what writer sees, what he understands, his opinion, his perception. Writer sees. May not be the person feeling it. It is all the perception. What I see that somebody is interested in OET. I understand from something. Okay. So first option, allowing medical professionals to conduct valuable research.
Valuable research.
Research or valuable research, anything you can highlight. You can highlight adjective also. Then second option, focusing on the person as an individual rather than on the condition.
Focusing.
Focusing on the person. C. Addressing issues shared by many patients with persistent conditions.
Addressing issues.
Addressing issues.
Addressing issues.
Means what are the issues? We'll have to search for issues or research or for person who is focused in this paragraph. Fourth one, producing the most
Rapid improvements.
Yeah, in patients with mental health issues. Rapid improvements, exactly. You are all experts now. Okay, now we'll go to the text, okay? Now we have to see whether it is speaking about a research or focusing on on the person or addressing some issues or rapid improvements. Most rapid improvements. While patients' individual differences play a significant role in the course of the condition, they will also share several common psychological reactions to DM1, such as denial and stress over the diagnosis, prognosis, and treatment of the condition, as well as depression. Now, this is a complex sentence. You know, I have taught you in the writing subtest, simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Here, this is a complex sentence, and there are two clauses. First sentence, topic sentence is a complex sentence, and there are two clauses. One is independent clause, another one is dependent clause. Independent clause means that part of that sentence has meaning in itself, whereas the dependent clause depends for its existence on the independent clause. See, while is the expression which says this is the dependent or independent clause. First one.
Dependent
clause.
Dependent clause.
So dependent clause is not important. That will not be the focus. Normally the answer will not come from there. So what is independent clause?
They will also
share several common psychological reactions to DM1. Okay. So the question also says, is there any option which says
C, Father?
Yeah, C says addressing issues shared by many patients with persistent conditions. So topic sentence itself gives you an idea. Let's see what are the, so C is the answer, right? Allowing medical professionals to conduct valuable research. Do they speak any medical professional conducting a research anywhere?
No, Father.
No.
Nothing is mentioned about the medical professionals, doctors, nurses, somebody doing some research. Nothing is mentioned. Focusing on the person as an individual rather than on the condition. Here they are focusing on the therapy, right? Previous paragraph was speaking about on the focusing on the condition. This one is speaking about the biopsychosocial approach of treating it. Fourth one, producing the most rapid improvements in patients with mental health issues. Are we concerned about mental health issues here? In the heading, what condition is mentioned?
Diabetes.
No, even general heading of the text. Diabetes, yeah. Type 1 diabetes. Okay, so mental health, they will never speak about how rapid improvements in mental health patients can be brought in. This is not psychiatry. This is the department of diabetes. Do you treat mental health patients in diabetes department? General knowledge. So read, understand, spend time on analyzing the question. Okay, understanding the question. And understand each part of it. What are they speaking about? Which condition? About whom? Okay, that is cool. So 9, in the third paragraph, we learned that the patient called Ella joined the CGT program partly because. So what are the heading words?
Third paragraph.
Then
Ella.
CGT.
CGT program. Okay.
Because.
Now the thing is, they are asking for the reason. Why did she join or how did she join? Okay, the reason. Well, how did she join the CGT program? First option, her physician was disappointed with the response to medication. Yeah. Physician was disappointed, yes. Okay, with the response to medication. She had expressed an interest in her interest in having treatment of this kind, means CGT program, her interest. Now, when you read the text, you will have to look out for this, what was the response of the physicians? What was her response about this program? Was she interested or she was disinterested? Something like that. Option C, she felt the timings of the lessons were
timing.
inconvenient for her. Timings. Because of the timing, she joined. Fourth one, her treatment was not addressing her personal needs. Yeah, treatment was not addressing her personal needs.
Yes.
Treatment was not okay. So she joined CGT program. Okay. Ella was a 30-year-old DM1 patient who participated in a 2-year conjunctive group therapy program while receiving parallel medical treatment for DMI. Okay, here CGT and medical treatment is going hand in hand. Okay, what does that topic sentence tell you? Treatment is going on, so doctor was not disappointed. Even treatment, D option, that her treatment was not addressing her personal needs. If it was not addressing her needs at all, she'd have stopped the treatment, right? But
Yes,
this is going hand in hand. Actually, if you understand this topic sentence, you can eliminate A and C, A and D. But then let's
D.
go on.
Father.
Yeah. Therapy was based on the principles of CGT. So the whole thing is saying about the therapy, how it is conducted, right? But the question is,
Why Ella joined?
Why Ella's joined the
why? The reason they are asking, not what is the therapy or how is the therapy or how it is conducted. They aren't asking about the therapy, but asking the reason for Ella's joining. Ella's participation, does it mean Ella's joining?
Yes, Father.
Yes.
Ella's participation in the group was based both on a referral from her endocrinologist and her personal request. What does it say? Any option?
Interest.
B.
Yeah?
Interest.
B is
Interest.
B, yeah. She requested personally.
B.
So option is B. So clear it is. Partly because, partly. Why partly they said?
Because they have referred her
Yeah,
endocrinologist.
referral from
referred.
her endocrinologist. Both are the reasons. Endocrinologist referred plus. So partly because 50% are interest, 50% doctor's referral. The first part says, while receiving parallel medical treatment says A and D can be, doctor was not disappointed and treatment was going on. Along with the treatment, she was having this one. And she felt the timings. They have not mentioned anything about timings, right? They said they will have each session lasted 2 hours, but they did not say the timing, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, evening, morning, nothing is mentioned. The answer is very clear. The question number 10, in the fourth paragraph, the writer says that Ella benefited from CGT by learning too. That is violated. The writer says, writer's opinion, right?
Yes.
Then
Benefited.
benefited.
Ella benefited.
Yeah,
Ella.
benefited. Yeah, Ella benefited from CGT
DT.
by learning, means learned something. She benefited because by learning too. She learned to do something, right?
Yes.
We have to find out what did she learn to do by attending CGT. What did she learn? First option, take charge of situations effectively. Option B, articulate her feelings in front of others. Option C, alter her approach to managing her condition. D, suppress her negative thoughts about diabetes. Number 1, A, take charge of situations effectively. What is the keyword?
Charge.
Charge of situations. Situations, no?
Situations.
Charge of situations. So situations is important, right?
Yeah. Feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, feelings. Yeah.
Feelings.
Articulate feelings.
Manage.
Yes.
Manage.
Approach.
Approach.
Yeah. Manage her condition. Managing. Okay, then suppress her negative thoughts.
Negative thoughts.
Negative thoughts. Okay. So, any idea?
B.
B says articulate her feelings in front of others. Here it says Ella's combined with Ella's natural ability to express herself clearly. Natural ability means
her condition.
even before she joined CGT, she had this quality, ability to express. Now they are asking, after joining CGT, She benefited learning something. Ella's natural ability to express herself clearly means combined with that her natural ability, something else she learned. What was that? Option D cannot be because it's the natural ability. They are asking what she benefited from CGT. Text says Ella's natural ability to express herself clearly.
Option C, managing her conditions.
She was able to modify her actions.
Yeah. All this put her in a very strong position to focus on the issues that had previously impeded her self-care. In time, therefore, she was able to modify her actions and so start to make progress regarding yeah. So that is the answer, right? Yeah. Means she altered her approach to managing her condition. Is that clear? A, take charge of situations effectively. Now they are not bothered about situation, they are about condition, right? A condition. You get it? Suppress her negative thoughts about diabetes. Does the text mention anywhere? Negative thoughts is not mentioned. So, in short, this question means, in fourth paragraph, the writer says that Ella benefited from CGT by learning to means. What did she learn from CGT? She learned how to alter her approach to managing her condition. The phrase all this in the fourth paragraph refers to changes in Ella's own personality, Ella's behavior in the group, Ella's acceptance of her diabetes, Ella's belief in the aims of the program. Now, all this is here.
Ella's acceptance of her diabetes.
Ella's acceptance of her diabetes. Yeah, even from all the previous reading, it is understood. All this means whatever said above, Ella combined with Ella's natural ability. Cool. Lexical questions are very happy, very easy. See, all this means what? Ella's participation in the group. 1, actively involved by initiating group. 2, discussions and interactions, etc. All those things are mentioned. Then they are saying all these 5. Above all this plus her natural ability to communicate effectively. Conclusion, therefore, she was able to modify her actions and so start to make progress regarding BMI regulation. The paragraph structure just highlighted. 12. In the 5th paragraph, what does the writer say about Ella's attitude before she started? What are the heading words?
Writer says.
Okay. Writer says means opinion. Writer's opinion about Ella's attitude, right? Before she started CGT. What was her attitude before? Until now, we were explaining what happened after. Okay, what changes were brought in, all those things we explained. Her approach was changed, everything was explained. Now they are asking, what was her attitude before she joined CGT program? Option A, she felt she had been repeatedly let down by family and friends. Before she joined the program, what was her feeling? B, she was worried that she was developing psychological problems. Psychological problems. C, she was upset by the prospect of being unable to have any children.
Unable to have any children.
Unable to have children was her problem before joining CGT. How funny it is. D, she blamed others for her inability to look after herself on a daily basis. Blamed others for her inability. We have to find out, does the paragraph speak about family and friends treated her very badly? Or does this paragraph speak about she developing some psychological problems, being mentally sick? Does the paragraph speak about she cried because she could not have children? Fourth one is, we have to find out whether she blamed others for her problems. Please read the text. She had also given up the choice of creating a family. Means she never thought of, she had given up the thought of marrying at all and having a family. So can she be worried about having no children, unable to have any children without marrying? Will you be able to worry yourself having no children?
No, father.
No. Okay, so that is absurd. Third option, you can simply. She thought I'll not marry because we don't know what will happen because of this diabetes type 1. Anytime any complication can happen. So I'm not going to register in the matrimonial. I'm not going to marry. So she can never be thinking of unable to have any children. Any other option? Do you think what is right? Usually when there is some expression called moreover, the answer will be somewhere there. Moreover, she perceived diabetes as an external factor. Means what?
Blame others.
From outside. Somebody is causing this. That also says blaming others, right? External factor, not my problem, others' problem. That affected herself and the family by compromising her dreams and potential in gender. In terms of emotional state, see Ella's attitude, emotional state, Ella's core feelings were a continuous and generalized stress and anxiety that developed from a constant sense of threat. Threat is external or internal?
External.
External. Ella had great difficulty in achieving a pattern of stable self-care and tended to attribute this inconsistency to external factors. Tended to attribute means she could not do her self-care activities and she blamed external factors. Attribute to external factors means your problems you are attributing to some others, means blaming others for your problems. Is that clear?
Yes,
Such as the physician is responsible for that, doctor is not okay, that's why I am not getting healed, or the treatment process is not okay, that tablet is not okay, that's why I'm getting feeling exhausted. All those accusations. So blaming, right? Blaming the physician, blaming the regimen, external factors. Is that clear?
Father, and also Ella expectations of the CGT, the 2 lines not indicating answer, Father. Starting topic sentence.
Ella's expectations, always there is a clue in topic sentence. Ella's expectations of CGT treatment had been very low as she thought that the group's function would merely be to soothe everyday distress caused by her condition. Means there also the taste of the whole thing is that just to soothe that maybe with this CGT, maybe a little bit of soothing will be there, but that is not the final solution. She had a very low expectation about CGT. That also says she was not convinced.
Thank you, Father.
Okay. Moreover, adds to it, makes it clear. The expression moreover. Is that okay? The inability to look after herself on daily basis means stable pattern of stable healthcare, right?
Yes,
This one, inability to look after herself on a daily basis. In the final paragraph, we have reached the final paragraph. The writer says that Ella ultimately benefited from CGT by the keyword, hedging word.
Writer says.
Writer says, writer's opinion.
Ultimate benefit.
Yeah, Ella's ultimate benefit from CGT by doing something. Option A, coming to accept that she could live with her condition. Accept. Okay, accept. Option B, gaining insights into other behaviors typical to her condition.
Insights.
Focus.
Focus on treatment.
Aware of the way.
Other thing like you can also see condition, concept-based hedging word. Then
Treatment.
Fact. Please read the text.
Father A.
Yeah, Father, coming to accept that she could live with her condition.
Where is the answer in the passage?
Last.
Finally.
Overall.
These are known as conclusion-based questions. Ultimately, what she did, overall conclusion says, means from all the above, overall, CGT helped Ella to redefine the role of diabetes in her life, achieve reconciliation with it, and so finally to integrate it into her everyday existence. Means coming to accept that she could live with her condition. Clear? Now you say, gradually, as the intervention progressed, this is the topic sentence. If you remember, when I taught you the paragraph structure, this is there for every paragraph, but we are highlighting one. See, gradually, as the intervention progressed still further, numerous changes were observed. What is the controlling idea in the topic sentence here?
Numerous changes.
Yeah, numerous changes is the controlling idea, which means the whole paragraph will speak what were the changes. I'll show you how it can be, what are the changes, how beautifully the whole paragraph explains. Okay, now you see, gradually as the intervention progressed still further, numerous changes were observed. Change number 1. In this paragraph, it is given, I am putting it in number. Group had taught her new behaviors regarding her condition. 2. Group helped her address critical questions related to her condition. 3. She gained a clear picture of her dysfunctional behaviors. Change number 4. The previous generalized sense of worry was eliminated. 5. She engaged in stress management. 6. She gradually recognized her obligations concerning self-care. 7. She could have control over self-care. 8. She managed to stabilize her behavior as regards self-care. 9. she regained contact with lost friends and engaged in new relationships. 10, she began traveling again. 11, she continued her studies, which boosted her sense of self-worth. See, that controlling idea is explained. Nothing else is given in this paragraph. At the end, conclusion said, overall, CGT helped Ella to redefine the role of diabetes in her life, achieve reconciliation with it, and so finally to integrate it into her everyday existence. The question stem, answer option A, as well as this conclusion overall, these 2 lines have to be written in your notebook. Practice it that way. Actually, the question stem and the answer option A is the paraphrasing of these 2 lines given here at the end of the paragraph. I am showing the structure of the paragraph. This is how you have to sort out in the initial stages of your practice. Take time, don't worry. Maybe one paragraph, one text, you can take 3 days, no issues. Understand the structure. Then you will understand any type of paragraph, you will get this analysis. Okay, text 14. What does the word that in the final paragraph refer to? Immediately you have to go to the word, right?
Yes, Father.
You have to go to the highlighted words. Then where will you find the answer? Before or after? Where you have to see first? Before that, right?
Before Father.
First you have to look to before. If you don't find, you can go after. So she gradually recognized her obligations concerning self-care and the amount of control she could have over that means self-care, right? She gradually recognized her obligations concerning self-care and the amount of control she could have over her self-care obligations. So what are the options? Ella's obligations to the group. Second one, the stability of Ella's behavior. Third one, a recognition that Ella was vulnerable. Fourth one, Ella's ability to manage her own condition.
B, Father.
Ability to
Manage
manage
own.
It is there, no?
Father.
It is here. Just before that word, it is there. What is that? She gradually recognized her obligations concerning self-care and the amount of control she could have over that self-care activities. Ella's ability to manage her own condition. The control, amount of control means manage. Do you get it?
Yes.
So that means Ella's ability to manage her own condition, her own self-care. Clear, no? So just before the highlighted word, you can find the answer. If not, go after. We are going into reading part C.
Yes, Father.
So reading sample 4, text 2, Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's from a new angle. Question 15, para 1. Now, question analysis approach. First is the most important aspect is the question analysis. You should understand the question first. Unless you understand the question stem and the answer options, which means you must be able to identify the hedging words, which also means keywords, main words in the question stem and answer options. Then only you will know what is expected of you or what are you reading for. There should be a purpose for reading. Okay. Now, hedging words. In the question stem, the concept, to understand what is the concept being asked. And then if there is a name, definitely you have to focus on the name as well. In the answer options, concept-based hedging words and differentiating hedging words. There will be 2 types of hedging words which we will be looking into. All that doesn't mean all the options should have these 2 types. Okay. Some of them may have only 1 word each in all the 4 options. But whenever you need, when you have concept-based keywords and differentiating keywords, you can look into both. If you are competent, maybe just by looking at concept-based hedging words, you'll be able to get the idea. So in the first paragraph, it is suggested that Dr. Longo feels. For the beginners, in the first paragraph, it says, as soon as you get the material, you have to number the paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4. Because when they say in the 4th paragraph, you need not count again. You can suddenly swoop into 4th paragraph without wasting your time. And time is your greatest enemy, and you will definitely beat that time. So it is suggested that Dr. Longo feels. Okay. So I have already highlighted here to save time. See, these are concept-based hedging words. In the question, first paragraph important, suggestion. Suggested is important. Dr. Longo is important. So here, what Longo feels. This is also a feeling, about feeling. We say reading for emotions of a person. The concept is annoyed that certain Alzheimer's treatments are not approved for human use. So the concept is treatment, right? main concept of the first option. Second option concerned that the Alzheimer's drug LM11A -31 may prove ineffective. So drug is the concept. So treatments and drug is same. Both refer to treatments. And third one, surprise that so little is still known about what causes Alzheimer's. So this is speaking about causes. And fourth one, D, frustrated by the lack of progress towards treating Alzheimer's. Again, treatment. Yeah, so three options are about treatment. One is about cause. What are the causes? So when you read, you should know what does the paragraph speak about the treatment. For example, here, not approved for human use. Okay, may prove ineffective. Treatment is ineffective. Maybe you can highlight those differentiating words. Let me check. Okay, it's not helping me. Let me check whether it can. Yes. Cool. Where are we? Here. See, we will highlight not approved for human race. This is differentiating hedging word. And the second one, ineffective, may prove ineffective or ineffective. Third one is little is known about the causes and lack of progress. Lack of progress. These are known as differentiating hedging words. The green ones are known as concept-based hedging words. Yeah. Here, what does the paragraph speak about treatment? When you, as you read, you should find out what does it speak. Does it speak about the treatment not allowed or approved for human use? Or does it say the treatment is very ineffective? Or does it say the treatment is not progressing? There is a lack of progress. And also here, there is another thing about the feelings. As I said here, first paragraph is important. Suggestion is important. Suggestion of somebody suggested. Then the name is important. And also, if need be, when you are competent, you know, just by looking at the emotions, you can find the answer. See, this is emotions. What are the emotions here expressed in the options?
Annoyed.
Annoyed, yeah, that's one emotion.
Concerned.
Is he concerned?
Surprised.
Is he surprised?
And frustrated.
Is frustrated. What is his feeling in the paragraph? So you see, you have three types of clues here. Maybe when you are competent, one is enough for you. Okay, if you're competent enough to understand the feelings of the writer, you can just go with those four words: annoyed, concerned, surprised, and frustrated. From the tone of the text, you will understand whether they are annoyed, whether they are concerned, or surprised, or frustrated. The treatment, what does the paragraph speak about the treatment, and what does it speak about the causes? Please read the text. Now let me know, does it speak about treatment somewhere?
Yes.
Which line?
Third line for the disease was disturbed. There is no real treatment in the middle of the. Yes.
Yeah, there are no real treatments. Anything else about treatment?
His new drug after contrast to its last one. However, after.
Yeah, new drug. Anywhere else? Connected with treatment, any synonyms or synonymous expressions?
200 new drugs.
Cured Alzheimer's and.
Cured, yes. Cured is also similar, right?
200 new drugs.
So what does the paragraph speak about? About causes or about treatment?
About treatment.
Do they speak anything about causes?
Treatment. No, this is about treatment.
So causes can be eliminated, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Then now the thing is, see, now you'll have to think this way. So whatever is in the beginning, as chairman of the Department of Neurology and Neurological Science at Stanford University or Muller's University or your hospital or some other hospital, we are not bothered. They are the subject complements. Okay, whether this man, Dr. Frank Longo, is working in Stanford University or Cambridge University or Oxford University, does it make any difference about Alzheimer's treatment? No. Right? No. So these are known as subject complements, which it can simply eliminate. It should not focus on those things. They are not necessary at all. The topic sentence could be the main sentence. First sentence is this. After this, subject complements. Dr. Frank Longo knows how destructive Alzheimer's can be. So the main concept is it is destructive. For example, COVID-19 is very destructive. Okay, then we say maybe cancer these days is very destructive of humankind. Why? Because we don't have real treatments. So we are not able to treat the patient. Such argument, does it say annoyed or concerned or surprised or frustrated? There are no treatments, my dad is sick and there are no treatments, no medicines, there are no good doctors, even
That is frustrated.
Yeah, frustration. Yeah, that's what I said. If you can understand the tone of the paragraph, that's why we call it reading for emotions. The tone itself says which is the answer. Frustrated. Okay. When you are speaking about the treatment, the disease was discovered in 1906 is not important. That's not important because we are speaking about treatment. Okay. So disease was discovered. It's not important at all. Despite more than, there is one more thing. In detail, I'll be showing again. But then you see here, despite more than a century of research, including the testing of over 200 new drugs, the past 2 decades, there are still no treatments. Could you tell me what is this? What I'm highlighting now in yellow? This as a whole, after contrast word, is a complex sentence. Complex sentence usually starts with despite, although, even though. So, despite more than a century of research, including the testing of over 200 new drugs in the past 2 decades, you see, even inside this complex sentence, this is again compliments. This is again complement, right?
Yes.
This is explaining what? Explaining the research. Okay? Research including the testing of our, that parts of result. So even if you read, despite more than a century of research, there are still no real treatments. You can ignore those complements, those secondary explanations. They are called secondary explanations, explaining what is said in the previous part. Speaking about the research, what does it include? So that's how you summarize the paragraph. That's why I'm telling you, if you are not competent, be patient and try these steps. Now, there are still no real treatments. There are no treatments at all, real treatments. But then here it says, which one? Annoyed that certain Alzheimer's treatments are not approved for human use. But the text says there are still no real treatments at all. Without having treatments, can you approve it for human use?
No. No, sir.
Yeah. So what happens? This is
Also
eliminated. As long as says we have cured Alzheimer's in mice many times, why can't we move that success to people? Why can't we move that success to people? Again shows frustration, right?
Yes, sir.
Frustration. Oh, see, we are trying so much, we are able to treat this in mice and animals, and why can't we do that with human beings? And people in Kerala or Tamil Nadu are doing it. Why can't we do it? Okay, frustration. So he is referring to numerous promising compounds that have eliminated the amyloid plaques associated with Alzheimer's in animals. You see, here, this is again secondary explanation. He is referring to numerous promising compounds. Applying what? Why can't we move that success? What is the success? That is being explained here. So this is also known as secondary explanation. Secondary explanation which you can ignore. However, if ongoing trials continue to go the way he hopes, his new drug called LM11A31 could be a critical part of finally making that happen.
Okay.
Yeah, that is one step ahead. He is speculating, his hope. Now, two are left. Concerned that the Alzheimer's drug LM11A31 may prove
Let's hope that it may prove ineffective, but in here there is hope that it would be effective.
Okay. So hope this is clear for you.
Clear.
Yes, Father.
So reading for emotions.
Yes,
Yes,
Father.
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 Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yeah.
Longo's phrase, working at the edges of the problem, reveals his feelings that others researchers, option A, are distracted by their success with animals, B, are refusing to recognize a key feature of Alzheimer's, C, are afraid to admit the problems they have encountered, D, are focusing on some of the less relevant aspects of Alzheimer's.
Okay. That's cool. Now, since it is a, what type of question is this?
Lexical question, Father.
Yeah, this is a
questions.
lexical question.
Lexical.
So you need not read the whole text, right? You have to
Yes.
immediately go where it is highlighted. One thing, if you have competency, working at the edges of the problem means not going into deep. Do you have any option saying that you are not going deep into the issue?
Option D.
Less
Okay,
relevant.
option D. No, that's what I said.
relevant.
For general, if you have a bit competency, you can directly go to the answer. Most people are working at the edges of the problem, but we are going right after the core of it. What comes after the highlighted word? What comes after the highlighted word is important. If you don't find the answer after the highlighted word, you have to go to the previous sentence. Reference questions they call, reference given. So if the subject is highlighted, the subject of the previous sentence will be the answer. If the object is highlighted, next sentence, you will have the answer in the next sentence. Hope you got it. Whereas here, this is a phrase, neither the subject nor, but a phrase is given. But then the phrase also answer is given after that. We are going right after the core of it. Just opposite is core of it. We are going, but contrast is given here. So for focusing on some of the less relevant aspects of Alzheimer's, but we are going to most relevant aspects. Most relevant aspects. There is a contrast, you see, working at the edges of the problem and going right after the core, going into the depth. Is that clear?
Yes, Father.
Okay.
Yes, Father.
So, and question 17.
In the second paragraph, what point does the writer make about the drug LM11A31? Option A, it is effective even in the most severe case. B, it is a product of previous research into amyloids. C, it works regardless of the actual cause of the disease. D, it provides little protection against other neurological conditions.
Yeah, now let's highlight second paragraph. If you are a beginner, that's important. What point does the writer make about? So it's a about type question. Point about the drug LM11A31. So what is the keywords, hedging words in the options?
It's effective.
Okay.
Product of previous research.
Okay. Yeah, previous research. Actual cause, regardless of the actual cause. Then
Little protection.
little protection means no protection.
Zero protection.
It provides little protection means it provides no protection. No protection against other neurological conditions. Now you know the same second paragraph you had earlier question. Lexical question was from the same paragraph. So reading one paragraph, you have two answers. So it's very easy. Once you read properly, you can. Now I'll give you 1 minute, read this fast and find out what is the option. Please read the text. So come on now. Are you ready here? See, you have one name here, name of a drug here, right?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
So you have to straight away identify those names in the text. LM11A31, however, doesn't directly attack amyloid. We are skeptical about what is actually causing Alzheimer's. Okay? It doesn't attack directly amyloid means does it say it is effective?
No.
Or does it say?
No, Father.
It is not. It is not.
It is not effective. But this one says it is effective, which is opposite, right?
Yes, Father.
You can eliminate it. Then go to the next LM 11A31 isn't designed to eliminate every clump of amyloid. Again says it's not effective, but rather to keep brain cells strong, safeguarded against neurological onslaughts, whether they are the effects of amyloid or other factors involved. Factors means?
Causes.
Cause.
Causes. Where do you have causes?
Option C.
Work regardless
Option
of
C. Regardless of the factor.
It's still cause of
See,
disease.
whether they are the factors or not.
Yes, sir.
Whether they are factors or not means we are not bothered with regardless of the actual cause. So what is the answer?
C.
C.
C. So that's what I said. You can directly go to the name when there is a name. Here it twice mentioned. First mentioning will help you to eliminate the first option. Immediately after the second name, you have the answer. Answer is C. Now, question 18, para 4.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father, please.
With the ref to social networking sites, the writer is illustrating A. How important it is that neurons in the brain are in constant contact. B. How quickly disease can spread from one brain cell to another. C. How easy it is to disrupt communication in the brain. D. How complex the connection in the brain are.
So, what are the hedging words in here in the question stem?
Social
Social networking sites. It is almost a synonymous of
Yes,
name
sir.
of some sector. So what you have to do, immediately you who have to search for that particular name. Social networking sites. It's a collective name. Writer is illustrating. Okay, illustrating what? In the answer options?
Important.
Important,
Contact.
okay. Differentiating is?
Yes, sir.
Spread from one.
Spread.
to another
Yeah,
one.
disease can spread. Then?
Communication.
Disrupt communication.
Complex.
Complex connections. So you can just silently read 1 minute. Please read the text. To when you have a name, here collective name, you have social networking site. Immediately you have to go to that name. And surrounding that name, you will have the answer. So it's like their version of your social networking site. So that's it's referring to something, the previous sentence. For brain cells, their molecular connection to their neurons are their lifeline. See, neurons in the brain are in constant contact, molecular connection to other neurons. Are their lifeline means important.
Important.
Are their lifeline means it's essential and very important.
Yes, sir.
See how beautifully it is written. So you need not read all these things. Contact. Hope it is clear. So the answer is option A. Cool. Next one, very in the question 19. In the fourth paragraph, we learn that according to Longo, LM11A31 blocks certain signals, neurons, brain nerves, amyloid proteins. Only concepts are there, so there is no hedging words required here. Again, in the fourth paragraph, for beginners, fourth paragraph is important. Once you are competent, you don't require that. For beginners, focus on it. Then, according to Longo, blocks. This drug blocks what? You have to find out. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Just read. Please read the text. Okay, now in the fourth paragraph, we can learn that according to Longo, LM11A31 blocks. Name is there. So, what should we do?
Directly, we have to go to that name further.
Okay, so, yeah. So directly go to that name, first name. Where is it? Here. And check whether there is something. There are 14 in total, and so far he has found that LM11A31 can halt. Halt means block.
Block neurons.
See, Longo has a diagram of the signals passed among brain nerves that are triggered by amyloid proteins. Longo has a diagram of the signals. These can ultimately lead neurons to deteriorate the signals. There are 14 in total. What signals? 14 in total. And so far he has found that this particular drug can halt at least 10 of the signals. 10 of the
Signals.
14 signals. So what is the answer?
Signals.
Yeah. That's how you defeat the time. Then you need not read rest of the thing.
Yes.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yeah. Yeah. Next 20. Again, you have the name here. What reservation about the drug is expressed? Reservation means doubt, suspicion. So already you have one answer here. So you need not look into this.
Yes, Father.
First name you need not look into. Second also comes along with the same name in the same context. So you can straight away go to the name here. So here let's see the options. Let's see the answer options. Restoration of neurons may only be short term. Restoration of neurons. Restoration. Next, research by Longo's team may have been biased research. Then results from trials on mice may not be replicated in humans. Results may not be replicated. Reversal of damage may not have any effect on the patient's memory. Reversal of damage. So come here, LM11A31 restored any lost memory. But the contrast word, but the reality is that it's not clear, means suspicious, doubtful. Synonym of reservation. Yet whether the changes seen from LM11A31 restored any lost memory. Do you have the synonym of this anywhere in the
Option
Yeah, may not have any effect on the patient's memory. So you see, you have straight away gone to that name and restored any. See, yet whether the changes seen, it's not clear. Reversal of damage may not have any effect. It's not clear whether it will have some effect, whether it will restore the memory. Okay, suspicious, reservation. Is it clear?
Yes, Father.
So D is the answer. And the strategy is that you straight away look into the name. When there is a name of a drug, a person, organization, association, hospital, or anything, go to the name. Since this name, earlier answer was from this name, you need not bother about that name. You can go to the next one. Hope it is clear.
Clear, Father.
So 21.
Yes,
Now, according
Father.
to the writer, which group is reluctant to accept the dementia is inevitable? Speaking about a group that is reluctant, not ready to accept. Reluctant to accept means not ready to accept. Dementia is inevitable. Inevitable means we have to live with dementia. We can't help it. We can't cure it. But some group says, no, we can't accept it. We want to cure it. Which is that group? Is that group referred to patients or to US government or medical professionals or Alzheimer's Association? Medical professionals and patients are groups, two groups in the health profession. Two groups relevant in the health profession. As per our conclusion here in this, you can eliminate these two things which are not relevant groups in the medical setup. Okay. Usually they are not directly involved or they cannot say, they cannot opine, give opinions about treatment. So let's see which group. Just please read the text. Okay, what is the answer?
Option C, medical professionals.
Medical professionals.
Okay, unpalatable to many medical professionals means reluctant to accept. Unpalatable means not acceptable. They don't enjoy it. They don't taste it. Unpalatable means I don't taste it. I don't accept it. Reluctant to accept. Whereas US government is starting to appreciate. They already appreciated, means they accepted and appreciated. But medical professional did not appreciate. Alzheimer's Association will soon issue a consensus statement on how to. Soon issue. They have not issues. Their opinion is not given at all. They may soon issue a consensus statement, means their opinion is not given. So can we say whether they accepted or not accepted, appreciated or not appreciated? No. Their opinion, they say Alzheimer's Association will soon issue a consensus statement. Means they will give their response. They have not even given their response. So here only possibility is US, the one is unpalatable to many medical professionals.
Medical professionals.
Clear, right?
Yes, Father.
So the answer is option C.
Option C.
Then the last one. So you have final paragraph here. It's in the last paragraph. Immediately you can swoop into that paragraph. If you have numbered your paragraph, what does the writer think? Think means opinion. Writer's opinion. And will start to happen soon. Start to happen soon means prediction. Happening soon means in the future. Future means speculation or prediction. Speaking about the future. Let's see about this future tense. Basing on the tense, whether you can identify the answer. Other non-amyloid focused treatments for Alzheimer's will emerge. Then drug elements for Alzheimer's will be targeted to individuals. Will be targeted. Then a prediction tool for Alzheimer's will be developed. Prediction. Yeah, will be developed. Yeah, prediction also. Future. Yes, prediction tool will be. All over 65s will be tested. Yeah. Now, what does the writer think? So, 1 minute for you to read. Please read the text. Got any idea?
Prediction tool for Alzheimer's will be developed.
Option C, Father.
C, Father.
Okay, a prediction tool for Alzheimer's will be developed. And in the text, you have the contrast word after that. Some type of discord, as we now have for heart disease, isn't far off. You can eliminate this what comes between commas and read if you don't understand. Then you can read, but some type of risk score isn't far off. Means a prediction tool for Alzheimer's will be developed. All over 65s will be tested for Alzheimer's. Scans for everyone over their 65 birthday isn't going to run. Is not going to run means opposite of this option, last option. Do you have anything speaking about other non-amyloid focused treatments? See, testing non-amyloid strategies as well. Non-amyloid focused treatments for Alzheimer's will emerge. There is no doubt that we need to think beyond amyloid and encourage patients to participate in trials testing non-amyloid. Does it say will emerge?
No, Father.
Will emerge means factual statement. Will emerge means factual statement. If you know opinion and fact, by here it says we need to think. Think means opinion. Speaks about opinion. The option speaks about fact. So that can be eliminated. Then drug regimens for Alzheimer's will be targeted to individuals. Drug regimens for Alzheimer's will be targeted to individuals based on the different components contributing to each patient's dementia issues. It will be based on dementia issues, not on individuals. So that also can be eliminated. So what is the answer?
Option C.
So answer is option C. Yes. So that's it. So simple and easy. And you know, I want to tell you, EduSkills YouTube channel has such resources, but the full explanation, you have all the 4 modules, all the strategies explained in different videos. Definitely you can access them. They are all free. Those are not just videos. They are the previous sessions uploaded. Previous Zoom sessions uploaded on 4 subtests.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Father.
Yes.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you so much, Father.
Thank you, Father.
God bless you all.